Today,
the VOOPOO Vinci. I've done my signature bullshit. Hey, what's up my ducklings? Welcome back to my channel. I am the vape reviewer. My name is Fumb, and thank you for tuning in to today's video.
Today,
we are featuring the VOOPOO Vinci, the newest and latest in vape pod mods, just like the RPM40. What I'm gonna do is obviously unbox the Vinci brand new, and I'm also gonna compare it to the SMOK RPM40 as they are very similar in size, battery capacity, and a lot of other things. They both have certain kinds of chips, smart device chips, that allow them to do certain different things. So we'll compare the two, see which one's better, see which one has better pros, which one has better cons, and we're gonna start from there.
before
I unboxed this monster. If you want more vape reviews, more vape unboxings, and to stay up to date to the latest vape information, subscribe down below. I promise you, I will not regret. If you want to check out the review for the SMOK RPM40, you can check that up right up here. So the SMOK RPM40 has been treating me really well. I've never had problems with it. It's great. The pull is smooth. It has an LED screen, and so does this. So we're gonna see which one is better, like I said. Okay, so I'm gonna start to unbox the VOOPOO Vinci. So the VOOPOO Vinci, I believe, does have 1500 milliamps of battery. So does the SMOK RPM40, which is good. You want a bigger battery life with pod mods, especially because they use much more voltage to output more vape. One really important feature I've noticed is that the SMOK RPM40's pod is about 4.3 to 4.5 milliliters in size, depending on what goes in the pod. The VOOPOO Vinci has a whopping 5.5 milliliter pod. That's unbelievable. I thought the SMOK RPM40 already had an amazing pod size, but this seems like it's destroying everything. I opened up the box. This is what it looks like inside. Got the warranty card. Got the device there, the two pods on the left. I do believe it comes with a 0.3 ohm coil and a 0.8 ohm coil. 0.8 will be better for Saltnik, and the 0.3 ohm coil will be better for e-juice, preferably 10 milligrams and below. It obviously comes with the pod and the two coils, and at the bottom we'll probably have a charging cable. I've done my signature bullshit. And I've dropped the device. Watch it be broken. So here's the device. It has a 0.97 inch LED screen, which is right here. Here are the buttons. Here's the draw button. The design's very pretty. Looks... yeah, we got the nice little cable box. I love opening up boxes. Ooh. Fancy. You got here, you got silica gel. So make sure when you get silica gel, you eat it. So I'll do that right now. No, don't eat this. Please, I beg you, do not eat this. So in this box, we got the Gene chip logo, which is the chip that's used in the VOOPOO Vinci. If you didn't know, the SMOK RPM40 uses an IQR chip, which basically outputs your volts much faster so you can inhale quickly as soon as you press the button, and it'll charge faster. The Gene chip will detect when your coal is about to be burned. It's insane. I can't believe it has that. It has 1.5 hours of charging time, which is nice. And then we got the warranty card, we got the manual, and then a secret code. And I'm not gonna show that to anyone because I want to win something too, you know? And the one and only micro USB universal charging cable for devices. Unlike the freaking Juul. Don't buy a Juul. Buy one of these. It's gonna be the same price. These are $45. The SMOK RPM is $45. Both amazing devices. Both cheaper than a Juul. Bigger pod size. Bigger battery life. I could be like a freaking poet here, so philosopher, and just talk about how good these products are. Like I said, they are very similar. You know, they both have a button at the top. They have the smaller buttons at the bottom. The mouthpieces are kind of the same. On the sides, they both have designs. Definitely wouldn't shoot one down over the other, but this might also have some cooler things than the SMOK RPM40. People like draw activation. They really do. I like it. The SMOK RPM40 unfortunately does not have that. When you inhale, you do have to press the button. For the VOOPOO Vinci, you could decide if you want to use the button, or you could decide if you want to just draw activate. By pressing the button 3 times, you're able to activate draw activation or revert back to manual activation, which is really sweet. On the side of the device, there's nice 3 air holes for good ventilation. Let's go pop off the pod and see what that looks like. Looks a little different. So the coils in the SMOK RPM40 is already in. I didn't put the coil inside the VOOPOO Vinci, but they look similar. This one's a little bit bigger because it does hold more liquid, which is the VOOPOO Vinci. We're gonna look inside. So the VOOPOO Vinci, which is this one here, has 3 connection ports in the middle, and the SMOK RPM40 has 2, which is kind of interesting. That means you can probably output more power with the VOOPOO VINCI. What I'm gonna do is fill up the VOOPOO VINCI pod, but obviously I'm gonna have to put a coil in. So I'm gonna put the 0.8 ohm coil inside the pod. I'll go a little closer to show you guys. I'm just gonna put it in the coil and twist it around until it just slides in. Okay, so I understand. Once it's aligned with the little like side piece there, you could just clip in just like that. So you can see the coil caught in inside there. So once it's aligned with that, it'll fit right in. Filling slots right on the side, similar to the SMOK RPM40. You just pull it out just like that. Fill in the hole there. Almost there. Come on. Pod is full. You can kind of see the juices in there, which is sweet. I'm going to toss this in here. I'm going to let the coil saturate a little bit. So the SMOK RPM40 does not have a magnetically charged pod. So that means when you put it in, it won't just like slide in. You actually have to kind of just push it in. The VOOPOO VINCI, you can it just literally sucks in. Look at this. There's no effort to put the actual pod in, which people were complaining about for the SMOK RPM40. Kind of unfortunate because SMOK is such a great brand. They were the first real pod mod, which I do appreciate and I love them for. It's still a wicked device, but the VOOPOO VINCI seems like an upgrade of the SMOK RPM40. It has extra features. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press this 5 times, which is the typical turn on for a lot of these devices. It says VOOPOO, cool, has an intro screen. Shows you the time on your vape. That's convenient as hell. When you're vaping, you're like, what time is it? Check this out. That's sweet. I like that. Let's go over the features of the RPM40 and the SMOK VOOPOO VINCI on the actual screen. Okay, so you can see the wattages of both. The wattage here for the RPM40 and the wattage here. It's much bigger on the screen for the VOOPOO VINCI. I know it's kind of dimmed down. You can't really see it in the VOOPOO VINCI. It's like flashing for some reason. I'm guessing the VOOPOO VINCI does not use an LED screen, just like the SMOK RPM40. It kind of does, but you can see it flickering, which is kind of weird. Puffs and how long you puffed is also on the SMOK RPM40. You can see them both, one here and then one there. They both have that feature, which is good. It shows the coil you have in at the bottom and the volts, as so does the SMOK RPM40, so the same thing here. It shows battery life at the top right corner, which is good as well. They both go up to 40 watts, which is nice. I mean, for a real pod mod, you wouldn't want to go any further. That would just be overkill, destroy your battery, your coil, and of course, your throat, right? You don't want that. And they both have features. If you press power button and up on the VOOPOO VINCI, it'll unlock the device. So if you want to lock your wattage or lock the power button, you can do that by pressing the power button and the up button. This, you could do the same thing, but what you do is you press the power button 3 times and it'll lock. Unlock it, you gotta press it 3 times so it's unlocked. It's kind of different. The power button and down will reset your puffs, I believe. Yeah, so it resets your puffs, which is good. To reset your puffs on this, you gotta press power button and wattage down as well, and that'll change your puff. So I'm at 0 puffs now. The thing about the pod for the VOOPOO VINCI, it does stick out a little because it is a massive pod. Both have micro USB charging ports at the bottom, very nice. To inhale, you press it, or you can press it 3 times. And at the bottom now that I pressed it 3 times, it says auto right over there. I can inhale without actually touching the power button. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna compare the clouds for the SMOK RPM40 and the VOOPOO VINCI, see which one's better, which one has more flavor, and then I'm gonna do my finale cough blow up and see how that goes as well. I'm gonna try the VOOPOO VINCI first. Let's give it a shot. So I'm gonna auto inhale and manual inhale. So one thing I've noticed with the VOOPOO VINCI is that when you try to auto inhale, it does cut off when you're inhaling. You have to inhale pretty hard for it to activate. That does kind of suck, but it's still kind of cool that you could do that. I'm gonna try it again. Clouds are big, flavor is amazing, and it pulls beautifully. SMOK RPM40 pulls beautifully too, and they're both, like I said, good devices. I'm gonna shoot one or the other down. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try the manual inhale. That's interesting. I also noticed on the device you could also do auto and manual. You can have both of them on, just like the Juul Caliburn, which is kind of cool. You can have the button and the auto inhale. I think it's better to just keep one. That way, you know, you don't screw anything up. If that makes sense. Now we're gonna try the SMOK RPM40 at 40 watts and see the clouds and the flavor compared to the VOOPOO VINCI. Still has great flavor, still has great clouds. I love this device. SMOK RPM40 is excellent. The VOOPOO VINCI is excellent. Both very, very similar in price, 45 to 50 bucks, depending on where you get it. Excellent devices, and I highly recommend both of them. Which one would I say is better? I would have to say the VOOPOO VINCI is better for results and stats and the way you can puff the device, the pod size. Battery milliamperage is the same, but this one kind of prevails in everything else. I like the screen on the actual RPM40 because you can change the colors on the screen. You can't really do that with the Vinci. Again, pros and cons of both, so you can decide which one you want. But moral of the story is they're pod systems, they're refillable, and you're gonna save more money compared to other devices like the Juul. So I would highly suggest getting any of these devices. What I'm gonna do, because I know you guys love it, I'm gonna max out the VOOPOO Vinci and inhale as long as I can and see if I can handle all the vape. Give it a shot. Thank you, my ducklings, for tuning into my channel once again. Thank you to my new viewers and subscribers for tuning in to this week's VOOPOO Vinci vs SMOK RPM40 review. Thank you guys once again for tuning into my channel, and if you want more vape reviews, vape unboxings, and to stay up to date to the hippest and latest vape information, subscribe down below to my channel. I promise you I will not regret it. On that note, Fumb Duck out. Fumb Duck on the track, with a little rap. I'm here to celebrate because I did something great.
Yeah.
Thanks to all of you.
Yeah.
I've got a bunch of views.
Yeah.
I hit 1K.
Yeah.
And I'm here to stay.